Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been so long and I'm so excited to be back. Because it has been so long, I decided to take off my nails on my main hand here, and I let my natural nails grow for a while, so they are in need of some serious care, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to come back and show you guys what you would need to do if you are just starting. So right now I am just shaping my free edges. I literally left everything untouched, guys. Like, I didn't even leave a thin layer of gel on these like I normally would. I completely soaked down to the base and left my nails alone for weeks, like more than a month. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute, okay? So I am just, like I said, filing down my free edge so that I can have it shaped nicely. And then once I have them all shaped the way that I need them to be, I'm just pushing back the cuticles. Look at this. Do you see that gap of how far back I was able to push that? Oh my God. Oh my gosh, I cannot remember the last time that I have had so much cuticle growth on my nail bed. But this is why it's so important to push back your cuticles. And you're gonna see it again just now. You'll see, watch, make it closer for you. Look at that gap. Do you see how much there is? It is crazy. But this is why it's so important to push them back, because if you don't, all of that's gonna be on your nail beds and you're gonna have tons of lifting. Your sets are not gonna last nearly as long, so push them back. This is a cuticle pusher I like. It almost has a texture of like pumice stone. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It might be pumice stone. I'm not sure. Do you guys know? Let me know. If you know, let me know. But I like it because it helps scrape up all that dead skin rather than just pushing it back. It actually kind of scrapes with it. So I'm just showing you the difference here. Here's a metal cuticle pusher, and I push back everything, and then I flipped it around to kind of scrape up any little remaining bits. Of course, with either of these guys, you want to go super gentle. Don't use excessive pressure. Don't go crazy hard pushing it back. And you don't need to be causing damage to your cuticle or your nail bed, so just be very gentle. Light pressure is all you need. Feather light. Tickle it away. I'm feeling a little sassy today. I've been sick. I had a viral infection due to excessive allergies, and it gave me laryngitis. So today is the very first day I have had my voice back. So I don't know, I'm saying everything. I need to get it all out. So I apologize if you're getting a little extra sass from me today. So anyway, so I'm just finishing up here on my last finger, and then I decided to show you that if you get one of these sticks, they're like, I got it for like $1 at Sally's. If you get one of these sticks, you can then use it to just lightly buff over the entire nail surface. And then you don't have to go back in with a hand file or an e-file or anything like that. You can just lightly buff it up with that same cuticle pusher. You're good to go. So I started nipping my cuticles on the finger that I used the metal pusher because it had the most, oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, I should have measured it. That had to be like 3 millimeters or something. That was insane. Oh, it's crazy. I usually don't even trim my cuticles with a nipper like this. I just usually buff them with a round ball bit on my e-file, which I will do here in just a moment. But because I had so much excessive growth I had to nip them. And there is the stray hair. She's back. She's fierce. She's just as sassy as me today because she's been popping up through this whole video. And a while back, I asked you guys to let me know what you would name that stray hair, because I'm like, it pops up almost every video. It's just poking off the top of my head when I'm leaning forward to see what the heck I'm doing. It gets in the way. It just does, okay? So I had you guys submit your ideas for names, and I picked a winner. The name's going to be Tatiana. I decided to go with Tatiana because it feels just as sassy as I am feeling today. So the winner is going to be on screen, Miss Shell Galore. I will reach out to you and let you know, and we will decide on your prize, my dear. Regardless, back to the video. I'm using just a 180 grit file to gently, ever so gently buff up the nail plate. I am going to use my e-file to do my other nails, but on this one, the one that I used, the metal pusher, I decided I wanted to show you on this how to do it if you don't have an e-file, because so many beginners don't, and you don't need one when you're just starting out. And really, if you're not going to be doing nails all the time, you don't need one at all. It does make everything more convenient. Yes, it does give you better, like quicker times on your set. Like everything gets done faster. You get a better result in the end, I feel, but it can be done without it. So basically, I gently buffed up the nail bed, and then I just went around the cuticle area and made sure I got real tight into that cuticle. You want to make sure that it's buffed all the way back and all the shine is removed to make sure you have great adhesion and you're not going to have any lifting. So what I also like to do when I'm using a file like this is I kind of push back the cuticle just a little bit with my file, because then it allows me to get every little bit that I may have missed some of if I hadn't pushed it like that with the file. So that's how you do that. And now I'm going to switch over to my e-file, and I'm using a Cuticle Clean bit that I purchased on Amazon. Everything I'm using today will be listed in either the description box or pinned in the comments. It depends on how many items I have to list, honestly. Sometimes my description box gets a little too long. And then I'm also using, after my Cuticle Clean bit, I'm using this flame bit because it allows me to get just a little bit tighter into the cuticle area. And I got this one off Amazon as well. So I go over all of the nails in one direction, then I flip the rotation on my drill, and I go back in the other direction. Now that I'm done with the cuticle area, I am using a zebra sanding band on my mandrel bit and very lightly buffing up the nail plate. So I first use the drill to go very gently up and around the sidewall, then around the cuticle, then back down the other sidewall. And then I use more like the belly of the bit to go and buff up the entire nail plate so that I remove all of the shine. I am only at like maybe 4,000 or 5,000 rotations per minute. Okay, so now that I've done that on all my nails, I'm gonna use this little ball bit like I was talking about before, just to buff up the cuticles and remove any hangnails or excess skin that was missed by the nippers. Then I sprayed down with alcohol, and I'm using my brush just to buff off all of that debris and excess dust. going to be using my Prep and Dehydrator. And if you notice, I really scrub this into the nail plate because I really want it to dehydrate very thoroughly so that I can get the best adhesion possible. Once I have done that, I am going to apply 2 layers of Protein Bond. And I apologize because it's going to cut off right about now. And that is because my husband called and I did not know because my phone was on vibrate. I didn't hear it go off. Well, guess what happens when you're filming and someone calls you? The recording stops. Yeah, it's fun. So I need to remind myself to put my phone on ring when I'm recording. So that way when someone calls, I can start the recording again. Regardless, all you missed was a bit of Protein Bond. I did 2 layers, and now I am going in with my Coty Rubber Base Gel, and I am kind of scrubbing that into the nail plate as well. That's the wiggling motion you're seeing. I'm really working it into the nail plate. That will help ensure the best adhesion possible. I know you've heard me say that word a lot already, but that's really what you need to make sure that your set is going to last as long as you want it to, until you're ready to take it off. So I'm just using these nail forms, and I'm going to be using Polygel for my set today. These nail forms in particular, they're brand new to me. This was my first time using them. I do love them. They are great. I got them on Amazon. I'll link them below. I'm using these for my Polygel because they are clear. So sometimes when I use like paper forms with Polygel, but I pull it off of the Polygel after it's been cured, the bottom underneath side of the nail doesn't cure properly because there's like that opacity there. And so when you pull off the form, it kind of pulls the Polygel with it, and it really, it's the most frustrating thing when you worked so hard on forming your nails properly. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about, girls. I hope I'm not the only one that has experienced that. Oh, so frustrating. So I found these plastic clear forms. I really like the ones Burano has, but I can't find that they sell them separately. So I tried these instead, and I really like them as well. So I will be using these, and I am using this Bean Red Polygel by Gershon. And I'm not going to show you every nail, but I am going to show you 3 because I did 2 full color nails, 1 ombre, and 2 French line. So after I got that applied and smoothed the way that I wanted it to, I cured it in my lamp for 15 seconds. Then I applied a pinching clip to it, again clear so that the light can penetrate it. Then I put it back in the lamp for another 45 seconds. Then I brought it out, took off the form, and I'm adding my second layer because this nail was not quite thick enough yet. You do want to make sure you have enough of an apex. So for my ombre nail, I laid down my blue Polygel by Savaland. Excuse me. I didn't even attach that to my nail bed because I knew it didn't need to come up that high. So I just left it on the form, cured that, then I went in with my Bean Red and pulled it down, built up the apex, and then feathered it down over the tip. It will be perfected in the filing process, so I am not concerned about that. Now I am working on the last nail that I'm going to show you. I use that bean red, and I only put it on the nail bed because I'm going to be doing a French nail. So I tried to create as close to a shape as I really could so that I don't have to file it a ton. But because we're doing a reverse French technique, you need it to be pretty high. I really build up that wall and the height of that so that when I go to file it and clean it up and make it really precise the way that I am now, it makes it really easy to file when you've got a nice tall wall. You try filing that thing when it's thin, it is impossible. Like, your file is consistently slipping up over the top. Plus, you need height to be able to file back down in the filing process to get a nice sharp line. So once I have that filed into the shape that I want it, I wipe it off with alcohol, and then I'm just applying my blue Polygel right along the edges. This is kind of the shape I like to apply it in for this French because it just makes it easier for me to have the one strip down the middle and the two blobs on the sides rather than trying to do, like, I don't know. This is just what works for me. Apply it however is easiest for you. Then I smooth it out. I really got the highest points of that smile line really far up into the nail bed. I wanted a really deep smile line. So I'm just smoothing that all the way back and bringing it down. Kind of trying to make it as smooth as possible on top while keeping it in the shape that I desire. Then once I've got that shaped the way that I want it, I will cure it for 15 seconds. I'll apply my pinching clip, cure it for another 45 seconds, and then I will remove my forms. I will wipe off the sticky layer with some alcohol, and then I will file and shape, and I will be back to show you guys what I've done with my top coat in just a moment. I've got to rest my voice because I'm starting to lose it again. So here's what they look like before they're filed and after. Look at that. Look at that. What a transformation, right? They were so blobby and bulbous. Now they're sharp, they're sculpted, they're beautiful. So I'm just gonna take my very favorite top coat, is the stain resistant top coat by YoungNails. It is the best. I was using all sorts of different top coats before, and they all work, especially for beginners. But for a professional such as myself, I swear by this top coat, guys. It's amazing. You will not have staining to your nails. The shine does not fade or dull. It's like glass on top of your set, okay? That's basically it, guys. I'm gonna top coat it. I'm gonna put on some cuticle oil. If I have anything else to say, I will come back and let you know. But I'm starting to lose my voice, so I'm probably gonna let you go. Huge giveaway coming up. And guys, I got so much I need to know. I'm gonna put it up in the iCards, a little poll. I need to know, do you want like 1 or 2 real big prize packages, or should I split it up into like 5 or 6 smaller winners? Because I seriously, guys, when you see this giveaway, you're gonna die, because I've got so much stuff that I've been saving for months and months. I've got a drill that I only used, I think, once, because it was It was PR. I tested it, did a video on it, never touched it again. What else do I have? Oh, I've got a lamp, a practice hand, all sorts of bits and bobs, just all sorts, guys. Everything. So you let me know, do you want 1 or 2 big winners, or do you want 5 or 6 smaller prize packs? Let me know in the poll up top, and we'll take it from there. I'm just gonna massage some cuticle oil in, and the way I like to do it, I put it on all of my nails, I rub it in, and because it's been so long, I needed a little extra moisture, so I did a second coat, buffed it in everywhere I needed it, and I was done. So that is it, guys. Make sure you let me know what you think down below. If you have any questions, suggestions, or requests for different sets, let me know down below. I love to hear from you. Make sure to hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!